Hey, what's up and welcome back everybody. It has been a minute. I had to take a little hiatus, but I am back, and of course the very first thing I want to talk to you about is the uber successful and amazing credit card creator meetup of 2024 in none other than New Orleans. So as always, my co-star, who is always available, is going to do her thing, and then we're going to jump right into it.
Welcome back to my dad's channel. If you're new here, make sure to click that like button and subscribe, and don't forget to share.
So it's not often that you get to experience the kind of community that we have in the points and miles, credit card, travel hacking, whatever name you want to call it game. We have an awesome YouTube community, and we had a credit card creator meetup in Las Vegas, the inaugural meetup hosted by Luke of Luke's Points and Miles. And I decided to pick up the torch, and I decided that New Orleans would be a great place, considering that I had been there before, to host the second meetup. And I have to tell you, it exceeded all expectations without a doubt, bar none. Period. If you were there, you know, as the kids say, if you know, you know, and then they abbreviate it, but I'm old, so I'm not going to come up with the letters right now. But it was a vibe. That's another thing that the kids say. So you're going to hear that a lot. I'm trying to be younger and hipper in my gray era. You know, you see all of that right there. But in any case, instead of me rambling on, let me jump right into how did I get there? Now, I told you how I got to the Vegas meetup last time, so I might as well tell you how I got to this one. I ended up paying cash for 2 tickets on American Airlines for me and the player 2 out of Florida right into New Orleans, because at the time I was working on a sign-up bonus for none other than the American Airlines Business MasterCard. So that was a great investment because we knew we were going to take these flights anyway. They gave us loyalty points, and it was fantastic. The flight itself was not bad. We connected through Charlotte, if I do recall correctly. And then to get back, we actually flew from New Orleans to DFW. And from DFW, we got back to Florida without incident. American didn't really give me a lot of hassle this time, so I will give them grace in this part of the video. Actually, for the whole part of the video, they were actually pretty decent. So once we arrived, this was the first time we were there for fun and not for work. So we were looking for a great place to stay, great location. And since we knew we were going to be meeting in the French Quarter, we stayed at none other than the Hyatt-centric French Quarter. If you're familiar with Hyatt properties, and not just hearing about Hyatt properties, you know that the Centric line normally borrows architecture and design from the local area, making each Centric property a very unique place to stay. Like, we stayed at the Hyatt Centric in South Beach before, and it definitely had a total South Florida, Miami feel. And this one in the French Quarter did not disappoint. We were able to check in, and it was just amazing because it was a free night award. Now, I wanted to take this time to give a big shout out to JP Knowledge, who gifted me Hyatt Guest of Honor status. So I'm happy to say that literally the minute my boots hit the ground, I was able to hit the ground in New Orleans running, and I was able to link up with Alexander and Brady and Anton ATL, all members of the Venture Capital Discord. We were able to have a couple of adult beverages and really kind of, you know, witness some of the happenings going on Bourbon Street, leading up to what we found out was Southern decadence. Now, that night, I had the honor of joining Sledge and his lovely wife and a slew of creators and guests of the meetup to have dinner that first night, and I have to tell you, it was a absolute gas. It was so much fun. It was, it was a vibe. See, I told you I'd double back to that. So I was able to break bread with the likes of John R. from John's Credit and Travel. Spencer Johnson was there, Anthony Venture, Sledge himself, Call Me Lonnie. Like, the list goes on and on. Richie the CEO. We had heads were in the building. We had a great time. And of course, you know, we couldn't leave the seafood restaurant without, you know, challenging the noise ordinance with a spirited So with that Friday done, we led into the day of the meetup. Now we met some folks at Cafe Beignet. I gotta tell you, like, meeting some of the people who you only know digitally, it just has a different feel. It's one that is not easily ignored, and it's one that's not easily forgotten. And this was all leading up to the actual meetup that evening down in Jackson Square. But before we get into that, I gotta tell you, gotta do a little patting of myself on the back. Let me not hit my microphone here. We moved from the Hyatt Centric to the Roosevelt, a Waldorf Astoria property by Hilton in New Orleans. And I have to tell you, that place blew my socks off for some reason. And this is actually a running theme amongst other creators. Actually, What the Points, he mentioned it in his live with Josh Giebel. It's like everybody got upgraded. It's like they knew that we were coming. Either that or people bought a whole bunch of low money rooms, which thereby left the higher quality rooms open to those of us with status. But I actually got a double upgrade because originally I got the baseline room because I used my Hilton Aspire free night award plus points, and I had booked this room months in advance. So I used that FNA plus points, and I think they said that with my diamond status I was supposed to get a junior suite. Well, we ended up being pushed up to the Waldorf suite, which is only one step below the presidential suite in Tower 2 in the Roosevelt. Now, I'm just gonna tell you right now, yeah, I can put this at the end, but you guys want to get a little taste of this room, so I'll go ahead and roll that footage. Yeah, it's really nice. Isn't it nice? Isn't this nice? Well, I'll give you the full view at the end of the video, but I just wanted to get you a taste of what an upgrade can get you with diamond status domestically with Hilton. And I know that is a sticking point to a lot of points and miles enthusiasts as far as the Hilton brand is concerned. Now, I just got to let you know that without a doubt, the Mrs. Money Minutes socks were totally blown off, and her socks are now in orbit right near Aunt Connie's socks, whose are regularly blown off by the things that Luke's Points and Miles does. So now we have two sets of socks in orbit. Well, without further ado, I could explain this, but why? I'll just let the pictures and the videos and the smiling faces do it for me. And for this, I present you the Creator Meetup of 2024, complete with whippas and smiles and conversations and first meetings and milestones. It's everything that we wanted it to be. So I'm not going to talk you to death. I'll just let you see for yourself. And that is just a small part of the weekend. The after dinners, led by Xavier, who was a hero of the weekend, considering the fact that an army of us really descended on a restaurant that was not ready to have us, but we made it work. So shout out to Xavier for that. This weekend could not have gone any better. And I owe it to every single person who watched, every single person who attended, every single person who participated. And I'm not just talking about creators, because we had people there who are not creators. I've already mentioned Xavier. Filmo, everybody's familiar with Filmo. Fanta was in the building. And those are just a few. We had my guy, Yuri G, was in the house. You never know who you are going to meet at these things. And next year, Puerto Rico, hosted by mi hermano, my brother from another, Cesar Joel. It probably is going to even be better than this. I totally think it's going to be better than this, because all we've been doing has been building successively. Every single one of these was great. Now, Now, I got to tell you, we did have our resident heavy hitter. The first year we had Sebi of Ask Sebi, Sebastian Fung. And this year we had Daniel Braun, very well-known personality in the space. I didn't even know he was coming, so shout out to Daniel for coming through. Very down-to-earth guy, so by all means, please check him out if you haven't already. Chances are you've probably heard of him, but all of the creators that were there, it was just amazing. And I want to give just my heartfelt gratitude and my heartfelt thanks for being welcomed into such a community and being able to do what I could to give back to make it, you know, a little bit better, hopefully, if I'm not too presumptuous. So I thank you all. Thank you so much. I'm going to stop yapping, and you can see some of the other pictures that I have. I'll go ahead and run it after this. There won't be any pointy thing because, trust me, hopefully you'll be pointing at the screen, recognizing people who you like to watch. And please, by all means, visit all their channels. And just thank you. But with that, roll that beautiful bean footage. Is that trademarked? I think that's copyrighted. It might be trademarked. They'll give me a copyright strike. I don't care. Enjoy the video.
Which camera are we looking at? Which camera? Press record. 2, 3.
Richard say we gotta do it live with all the Florida guys. We get back. That be y'all ready? Yeah, for sure.
All right, coming to you live and full effect from New Orleans, the Crescent City. I got my man Lee Deverage on the mic, on the ones and the twos. He about to hit that B-box for us. Boom, there we go.
Yo, big shout out to Chad and everyone out there, yo. Ready, let's go.
Okay. Nice. Boom! Hey! Y'all wasn't even ready for that, right? Y'all just thought it was just credit card YouTube, didn't you? Y'all wasn't ready for that.
Sure, man.